Hi everyone, this is Grixon. This is another Season 3 key with commentary, and things are different than Season 2 for this key, so I wanted to talk about this 17 DOS and show you the key in action, what my route looks like. I want to talk about Necrolord Merilith specific, but this could be for anything where you have anything that can break your woe. So you want to, if you're using my route, you want to get woe in the beginning because we're going to be skipping after this pack all the way into Ardenweald. We want to use that speed buff to get through that corridor as fast as possible. And we're going to be pulling a lot of percentage in Ardenweald to do a skip in the Mechagon wing. And I'll talk about that when we get there. So if you're using Necrolord and if you're using Merilith, when you do your Chief Slappy Hands, Kevin comes out, the Kevin the Ooze, to help you. If Kevin is still up when you invis or stealth, he will break stealth. He will break woe stealth. So he can't be up when you're going to pass by stuff. Also, your ghoul cannot be, your Gaba ghoul cannot be up when you run by stuff. That's a little a little The Office reference for you if you caught that one. Yeah, I want the Gaba ghoul. Anyways, this will still hurt you, so when you're going through here, make sure that you don't actually get hit by him. It's not like you're immune to him. And for some reason I mount up right here. I really didn't need to. I don't know why I did that. It would have been better to be just Speedy Boy through there. So I'm going to be pulling pretty tough in this. I mean, we're pulling a lot because we need a lot of count here. Excuse me. We need a lot of count through here because we're going to be skipping through some of Mechagon. And I can talk about different options for skipping through Mechagon when we get there. So from here, I'm just kind of pulling what I can. Of course, if you look at the damage, it's just pumping, brother. It's pumping. We have people going pretty hard throughout this whole dungeon, which allows me to just, you know, go nuts and not really worry about my health too much. So yeah, anytime Kevin's out, or I don't know if you're using Braun, if you're using Kyrian, any kind of like pet that's out, you need to get rid of because it'll break the woe. I had a gambit that I did earlier that I do a big skip in gambit, and Kevin was out and just stopped it. It just bricked the whole run. So that's something to watch out for if you're doing these kind of skips. I do have a Codex of the First Technique as well. So another thing to be really careful about when you're using Codex, it can ninja pull like crazy. How it works is when the buff is up, I'll show you again the second time it's up, but when it procs, 10% of all damage being done to you from the mobs are being reflected back at your main target. So if there was like 12 mobs here and I'm targeting this Elderhorn, all 10% of that damage is going back to that. So it's kind of like a funnel. The issue is if you tab target and you tab target something you do not want, it will get pulled from a very far distance. So it's something to be very, very aware of. So doing a big pull here, I see the Codex was up. It was reflecting some damage, but since the urn's going, it's not going to do anything now. Of course, when these things come out, they're going to be all enraged and hitting hard. But Shaman was ready for it. Brought out an Earth Ellie, so he took as much of it as he could. He at least took like 2 auto attacks for me. And then it's just me healing, which is fine. I mean, I have plenty of runic power. I'm not out of idea, you know, I haven't exhausted everything there. Jeez, look how much that freaking monk did. Alright, we're going to get into my very first Codex ninja pull. It's going to be amazing. Keep in mind, this ninja pull is exactly ninja pull. It is not part of my count at all. So if you're using this trinket, which is amazing, you should get it. I farmed it for like 2 weeks straight to get it. If you're blood DK, it is amazing. If you can get it, you definitely should. If you're blood DK, It gives you insane amounts of stamina, insane amounts of offense and defense. It's just an all-around amazing trinket. That plus scale is just, I'm set for the rest of the season. So I'm killing all this. I'm like, you know what? Let's keep it moving. It's almost dead. It's enraged anyways. Watch my plater here. Check this out. Yep. I'm pretty sure it just pulled the dragon. I'm pretty sure it pulled the dragon there. I don't think anyone else did. So, yeah. That happened. That's a waste of time. This thing has a lot of health. It takes a long time to die. So that happened. After this video, I did fix it so the codex shows up in this buff bar, so I know when it's up, to not accidentally, like, if the buff is up, I need to make sure that I don't accidentally reflect damage on a unsuspecting mob I don't want. So yeah, look at all this wasted time. Sure, it's count, it's over 3% count, but it really messes with my route in terms of what I'm pulling. So I'm gonna have to think on the fly here of you. So in my route, when you leave this place, you want to be at 51% count. If you're at 51% count and you do my skip and mecha gong, then you'll have 100% at the end of Hakar. So I normally pull that matriarch in, but I don't need to because we got so much percent from the stupid dragon. But I'm thinking I still want that blade beak next to him though. There we go. Always kick the burst on Drifter. I don't know why they got Drifter. It's just they just seem to keep getting him over and over again. So I'm just doing my damage, living. You know, figured pack's almost done. I almost went flying off the edge. I almost just screwed off all the way over to Narnia. It was insane. I mean, you guys can't see my hand right now, but my butthole got this tight when I almost ran over that edge. It was not a fun time. So I'm trying to give this whole team is very AoE centered. So I'm trying to combine as often as possible to set them up for as much DPS as possible. So if things are close to dying, I just shuffle it into the next pack to give them as much multi-target uptime as possible. You know, I think they actually get woe here too. I don't understand. Yep, they did. Well, they're all AoE. They have no priority damage. So that burst, you always need to kick. It's big damage if you don't kick it. So I always just set it as my focus kick, and I just take care of it when I'm in groups, especially pug groups. And then people just doing what they do. AMS this, so you're immune. The warrior is going to spell reflect it, so he's okay. So throughout this fight, you're going to see me go to my MDT and check my route. Yep, and so I'm trying to figure out how much percent do I need. And if you look at pull 9, that's 51% exactly. And that is what you would need to be able to fully do this. So if you want to try my route, for one, it's somewhat pug friendly as long as people know to get woe when it's needed. There's 2 times when woe is needed in this dungeon. And the other times it's fine, you don't need it. There's two times like it's very important that you get woe. And if you can do that, then this is actually like a huge save in the key, especially on a tyrannical week. It's insane how much you can save. So yeah, I think I still look at my MDT a few more times just to completely be sure. And this key was at like 2 a.m. And there's also a few more things I want to be showing you guys about, I guess, a little bit of DPS brain, and then also some mess ups on my part. I guess you really don't need 51% count, because in my route I'm at 102%. So you could do 50, 49, something like that. I think I might just be looking at 50 to be exact next time. And really all the wiggle room is here in Ardenweald, so it's a little bit more freeform. Especially because I pulled that stupid dragon. Okay, he's dead. Get my armor thing back on. And so what I like to do after you beat this boss is I like to go back. We just get a little bit more count and we kill Woe. So I guess you don't need 3 Woes here, but we're finishing count anyways, so might as well get Woe so we can speed your way through that place one more time. You know, we need the count anyways. And yeah, you pull this stuff. You need like another blade beaker too. So because count got all messed up, and it was kind of one of the first times I was doing this route of mine. I think it's the second time I've done it. So getting that dragon really screwed my perception up of what I need. I need that blade beak for sure, and I think that's all I need. I don't think I need more. Now, if you didn't pull that dragon on accident, you would need more. Yeah, this would be enough right here, just this one. But I don't know that, so I pull more. And I get the hatchlings. So then we just need to be making sure we're kicking it and everyone's on point. Yeah, so we are past count. Like, past count. Like, there's no way we're going to mess this up count. So that was me trying to think on the fly and just be unsuccessful at it. So we're going to use what time we have left of this to get through the thing fast. So here's that part I was talking about with the DPS brain. This warrior just throws his spear down, so I can't gather everything for the urn. You're going to see it right here. Get a blood boil in, get my blood spatter scale in. And why did he spear there? We're trying to get all this stuff to the urn. Why would he spear that? And check this out. Because I can't get over there and I can't get them. Look, he has aggro. He has aggro right now. Because he went bursting like a madman all the way over on the casters that are not coming to the urn. And he ends up dying. And he's just saying aggro, aggro. Well, duh, dude. You spear the casters far away to where we can't urn, and then you burst them. I can't get over there to get the threat back. I have too much stuff going on, like, you know, the Death Lotus or whatever, Dark Lotus. So it's, yeah, you have aggro. That wasn't a smart move, bro. And that's I'm just saying, like, you gotta let me get threat. You know, I have no mass misdirection. So we're gonna grab the spirit here, and then so there's 2 variations to this. You could have gotten good count in Ardenweald and then skipped all of Mechagon by getting Woe here. So if you get Woe at the steps here, you could skip all the way through. Timings would be a little tight getting through, but it is possible to do. So it just all depends on what percentages you had. But the route I do is a bit more pug friendly, to where we get woe after like 2 packs into Mechagon. So we skip all of the Frogger stuff and all that. But just making, this is like chaos. This pull is chaos. So getting the correct relic is pretty hard. Alright, so this is, watch my HPS. Like, it gets, it's pretty nuts actually. Yeah, I almost go down. But I mean, my heals are just insane here. Okay, I see some room. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to shield up. Spent the whole fight in the 30Ks for HPS. Yeah, these things smack when they are, so they get it double. We don't have a soothe. Oh, and I accidentally butt pulled this because I'm horrible at video games. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. That was horrible. So those enraged skeleton dudes, they have their own natural enrage, and this week's affix is enraging. So when they're at 30%, they enrage, plus their normal enrage. They just start trucking. Disregard that language. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. I'm putting my hand over the monitor. You can't see it either, okay? You can't see the text. Alright, so if you grabbed woe here, you would be able to just run right through. If you had the correct count, you'd be able to run right through. But because I'm doing a more pug-friendly route, and as you can see, I'm typing. I'm trying to communicate which one we need when. So we actually are going to get this dental drill, and we are going to pull in this client. And I actually break invis. I actually break my woe stealth coming up, because for some reason I brought out my ghoul, my Gabo ghoul, and I didn't have enough runic power to pop him before we left. So as blood decay, make sure if you have your ghoul out and you're going to do a woe skip, break him. Like blow up your ghoul before you even start woe skipping. Make sure he's gone. Don't have your guy out, because he will pull. So yeah, I can't stress that stuff enough. If the whole team is banking on a big skip like that, like in Gambit or in DOS or in Spires, make sure you don't have, I don't know what he was doing. I think he thought he had it in the bag with like a kill. This Tukey guy, Area 52, very good, very big damage, but he's kind of a dick. I've played with him before. Even in Season 2, he was a big slapper, but he's very impatient to any mess-ups. And he won't see it as his own fault. You know what I mean? Like, he'll, like earlier with the aggro, it's like, well, you kind of screwed up there, dude. It wasn't really me. But he'll just yell aggro. It's like, well, that's the first time you've had an issue with aggro the whole key. I wonder why, because I couldn't get over there to secure more threat, because you pinned them all over there. More supposed to be going to earn. So we kill woe. I should be busting my ghoul right now. I should just pop the ghoul right now. Come on, Grixon, pop the ghoul. Just pop it now. Oh my god, your life will be so much better in this key if you pop it right now. And I don't. It's got 20 seconds left. As you can see right here, the last remaining timer ghoul. Ghoul's up. I have no runic power because I dumped it. And look. Nothing I can do. Press the thing. Look at that. My ghoul is pulling everything. All I can do is I'm moving out of the side so they can run through. That's all I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to run right here. If you are right here, you can actually get mass resed all the way towards the boss. That little overhang on the boss, you can get res from there. They stopped right there. They didn't need to. He could have mass resed all the way through. But if you die like that, just get up here in this little pocket if you can. And if the healer made it through, you can just get mass resed and be fine. So it was very rocky. Death's advance for the win. You don't get knocked over. It was very rocky, and it was totally my own incompetence that happened. I think I used rocket boots there. Get in there. But I mean, look at the time. Like, we're on second boss. All we have is Hakar Wing left. It's very nice. I mean, DPS is great, so of course it's very nice. This boss goes about how you'd expect it to. The only complication here is with the arcane crystals. The power crystals. And none of this is really an issue for you as a blood DK. Yeah, the next part of the fight can hurt. When she does the serrated ability, whatever it's called, we'll see in a second. Buzzsaw, that one. That one, it puts a pretty decent physical debuff on you that can tick at you pretty hard. Because the dot stacks. So the first one is only two stacks of it. Second one's 5 stacks. The next one can be 5 stacks or more if the stun doesn't happen correctly. See, that one's 7 stacks. So it's going to get harder and harder. So you need to be having physical, when the dot's up, maybe throw in a rune tap, something to help pad that dot damage. Okay, we're on Mana Storm again. And of course, just, nothing really else to report here. Just getting the fight done. Actually, I don't know how much you guys can hear. I guess I'll do that. Like that. I think we'll do it like that. Yeah. Sorry that it was so quiet the whole time. I forgot I actually had my microphone off for this one because it was a late night dungeon. And it was my key too. Kind of crazy. I was playing with my buddy Frank. And his friend. So I was playing with the Demon Hunter and the Windwalker Monk. They are both friends, and I'm Frank's friend. So again, the stacking dots. Just gotta watch out for that. So yeah, I would recommend either an Icebound Fortitude or a Rune Tap or something. Maybe on the second or third one of those. When you get up to like the 7 stacks of it, it starts to really hurt. So on a Tyrannical week, you should try your best to pay attention to that mechanic, the Buzzsaw. So we're done with all this, and we killed the mask already, which was a misplay because we wanted to bring it to the urn. So we're just not going to use that urn this time because I chain pulled it in with the rest of the fight. So yeah, all we have left is Hakar Wing and then the last boss, and we're still like 18 minutes left. So if you have good damage and you can really tank the crap out of the Ardenweald Wing, you can get big time saves. Because the Mechagon Wing really doesn't have much in it. Like, it's a big time sink for just a little amount of mobs. So you could get woe here just to speed up the hill faster, but it's really not going to do much for you. Unless you're so ahead of count that you could skip some of the packs in here. But you can't skip the very last pack next to the door, because that pack needs to be killed to open the door. And then when you kill Hakar, you have to have a way to get back out. So I wouldn't recommend trying to skip any of the Hakar wing. But if you had like a rogue, you could woe skip up to the last pack, kill it, and then shroud through or stealth potion through. I don't think you'd have a stealth potion because most people will use their potions on Hakar because it is a hard boss. But whatever works for you. In fact, because of the overcount let's see what I get here. For count wise, like, I actually don't remember how over I was when it came to finishing. Like, I had to have been at like 104%. Here I am, I'm just keeping chaining. Always be chaining. Dick Cheney. That's an American thing right there. It's not an American thing, it's just me being not smart. Just Dick Cheney was one of the people in America that was in charge. He was kind of a meme. Alright, I'll stop talking because it's really not anything to even talk about. Oh, stop the healing wave. I didn't because I'm bad. I had a kick too. So that healing wave really cost us time. Letting one get off is kind of a big deal. So I'm kind of putting around here. I don't like it. So we're going to get this softened up a little bit. Gonna get stun in there. And now we're just going to pull through. Or get that urn going. Oof. So we got it all nice and pulled in. Now we just got to make sure we get our good kicks. And when it's a pug, it's really hard to do that. Pugs have a crap ton of overlaps. So we got to get that healing wave. Oh, warrior head stun. Didn't happen. Or kick. So healing wave went off. That's not great. So I probably should be saving my kick for like the ones that are just going to go off. Instead of just kicking preemptively, I should be saving mine probably for if everybody overlaps, you can get one kicked. Like you can be the anchor, you know. And then yeah, that's basically all of the complicated parts of this dungeon and why I do the routes I do now. I still kind of go like left, middle, right first, and you'll see other tanks doing opposite. They'll just start Hakar first, and the reasoning would be if they are going to do a Mechagon skip, they want to do it first, and then if anything gets messed up, they can make up the count and Arden Wield afterwards. So I don't know. This blood boil, or this corrupted blood's a big deal, and I actually make a huge mistake in this dungeon, and I give everybody corrupted blood at one time when I stacked. So in this mechanic, 2 people will get corrupted blood at a time. When the corrupted blood's about to end, anybody near them, they'll give it to the next person. Like anybody near them, they'll give it to them when it's going to end. Some corrupted blood going on. They just kind of stay away from each other. Everything's fine. Oh, look at me stepping into it, and then I get it. So theirs falls off. Is this where it falls off? Anyways, they stack together, and I just give it to... It's the next time around. I just give it to 3 of them. Here's where it happens. I get the corrupted blood from somebody. They all lose theirs. Big stuff. Look, mine's about to end. Look. I just gave it to all of them. I gave it to all of them. And look at this Tukey. Look at this guy just lose his mind. Look at him lose his mind. It was an accident. I wasn't paying attention. That totally was my fault. But this guy just... And, you know, I've played with him a few times, like I said. Just from pugging. Like, he's just applied to some of my keys before. Just be careful. You're not playing alone. I mean, it's true. I messed up. But he's very quick to get mad. Pretty often. He's that typical kind of horde player. That horde pugger. So yeah, this fight is a rough one. And the corrupted blood matters more than you think it would. So, if you're tanking, just be really mindful about positioning and then corrupted blood. Don't give it to your whole team like I did when they tried to run in for a spirit link. It looked intentional when I did that. So we have a bit of an issue here where we end up two-phasing this key, but I mean, look how much time we have. We're on the last boss. Look how much time. We two-phase him because the shaman didn't lust when we all went over for the first phase. We jumped over and he just started doing damage and didn't lust. So one thing didn't get killed, so we had to all go to the last one together. So if he would have lusted in the beginning, it would have been a one phase easy. Yeah, he was like, okay, I'll lust on ghosts, but he just like kind of like wanted to make sure he was killing stuff that he totally forgot to do it. Which, you know, we're all human. We make mistakes. It just... And the time was so fine on this dungeon for us that it didn't even matter. It was okay. Ooh, I'm going the wrong way. He took a soul crusher hit because I was out of melee. So if you're doing this and you have you can't leave melee for that. Somebody else will take the soul crusher hit for you if you're not there to take it. Oh man. That's the problem with so much melee. No range to be able to spread those out. Our only range is a shaman. Okay. So I'd like to see lust like right now. I saved like all of my cooldowns for it. So lust right now. Lust. He doesn't. He just hangs on to it because he's trying to help do damage. You know, the team's like, lust, hello? He was just tracking in. He's one of those guys that has that add-on that shows when people take avoidable damage. I normally see healers have that, so that way they can't be blamed for something that killed somebody. So ours got done. So he lusted, but it was like just such a bad time for it. So we missed one. I was sitting here trying to look at them all. Oh man. I even AMS it just to be sure I don't take 3 of those things at once. Ooh, Soul Crusher smacked me. Yeah, and you do take a shadow dot when you take Soul Crusher. I should have been stacking with those guys. Oh, I guess he can spell reflect that one too. That's kind of cool. So we're just waiting for the phase. In my UI, I'm going to take off this. I don't need to know when I have the Necrolord shield up because I see it on my character. So I still have some tweaks to go with this UI. I do have links to it if you want to try it out yourself. Just let me know in the comments if you want it, and I will give you some links for the buff bar and the core DK stuff. Also, you know, here's the little block plug here. You can close your ears, whatever, if you don't want to hear this, but you know, I am a small YouTuber, and it does help if you guys like, comment, you know, subscribe, that kind of stuff. If you liked it, if you made it this far into the video, I'm gonna be putting out a lot of content. I'm gonna give a pug route soon. I'm gonna do a video on my pug routes. So, if you want to see that, you know, please subscribe. And yeah, I try my best to do as many videos as possible with the schedule I have. I just do this for fun. So I appreciate everybody who shows up. And if there's anything I can help somebody with specifically, please let me know. If there's anything you want to see in a new video that you're like, man, I'm just not really understanding this part, or I'm new to Blood DK, can you really talk about this? Perfectly happy to do it. Also, if you have any key reviews you want, I'm more than happy to do a key review for you and publish it. Now, the only stipulation is like, you'd have to send me a master copy, like a good copy, and then give me a link to it so I can download it and then review it. And then, you know, just understand that it's going to be put on YouTube. Alright, so that's everything here. I did 10k HPS overall. Pretty good. I'll give you a little breakdown on the damage and healing. I mean, look at the Windwalker doing 13.3k. Jeez. That Ardenweald really paid off for him. So yeah, we'll get the breakdown going. I'm complimenting my buddy's friend. Alright. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So yeah, Blood Boil's top there, a Bum's up. Look at the riposte of the first technique. That is the trinket I was talking about. Alright. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? I still have to do a video on streets, Gambit, pug routes. Alright. See you guys later. Thanks.